Hey Kipsters, this is a review of Egypt and Mesopotamia to help you study for your test. So here we go. Just a reminder, the land and the rivers. This area over here is ancient Egypt. And the Nile River is the river that flows through it. This land over here is ancient Mesopotamia. And it is the Tigris and the Euphrates River. And the land in between the Tigris and Euphrates River is called the Fertile Crescent. Go ahead and fill in your map now. The Fertile Crescent. The Fertile Crescent is the land between the Tigris and the Euphrates River. Irrigation. Irrigation is bringing water to a dry area of land through man-made means, ditches, tunnels, canals, etc. You will notice that this picture is one that we've seen before on our tests. So let's make sure that we remember what irrigation might look like. Ancient civilizations survived because they developed irrigation. Irrigation allowed the people to control the water in order to grow crops to live. So irrigation was incredibly important for our ancient civilizations to be able to survive. These were some of the pictures that we saw of ancient Egypt and Mesopotamia using irrigation. Now let's talk about government. In ancient Mesopotamia, there was a strict but limited government known as a constitutional monarchy. So the king had a lot of the power, but there was still some people under him who had a little bit of a say. So our king had the power, but not all of the power, so he had a constitutional monarchy. Hammurabi's Code. Remember that King Hammurabi was the king of ancient Mesopotamia, and it created the first written code of laws. So I want to remember that he wrote the first written code of laws. Everyone was held accountable for following them because the laws were written down. So Hammurabi's code was important because it was the first written code of laws, and now everybody was held accountable for them. Ancient Egypt's government was a little bit different. Ancient Egypt was governed by a king called Pharaoh. Pharaoh was both the political and the religious leader. This type of rule is called a theocracy. So when you are both the political and the religious leader, you have a government that is called a theocracy. Let's ask some questions. Try and see if we can remember who invented the wheel, irrigation, and cuneiform. That's right, it's the ancient Mesopotamians. Good job. Which civilization wrote with hieroglyphics? It was ancient Egypt. Trade helped our ancient civilizations to build relationships, and bring in new materials to their land. So trade helped them build relationships with other countries and bring in new materials that they couldn't get from their land into their houses and homes. True or false? Tutankhamun's death mask, the Egyptian Book of the Dead, and the pyramids were all used for weddings. This seems kind of silly, but some of us got this wrong. So let's remember when we read death mask, Book of the Dead, and the pyramids, it's probably not used for weddings. It's false. It was used for burials. That's all, Kipsters.